Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
Here we go.
Come along with me. Together with the truth you'll see.
Together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low. Together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
And we
We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea, we are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Just as hard and your support, together we will hold the fort. Lily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
click play and come along with me. Here we go.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see.
Now you know.
Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do.
Always.
So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comment here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, my beautiful pearls. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options. Anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world. And you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is March 12th, 2025. It is currently 8:25 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me. It's so good to see you, Lori, Janet, Tar, Brenda, JD, Too Many Shoes, Eileen, Janine, Daily, Angie, Crafty, Be Great 88, Groovy, Gal, Kitty, Catty, Susan, Bluegrass, Tina, Eileen, Karen, Canadian daily YouTuber crafting, Carissa, Janine, Susan, Cassie, Lisa, Tina, Tar, YouTuber, um, Mick Hudson. How do I say that? Mick, I'll just say Hudson, Mary, Sharon, Witchy, Dee Marie, Happy Gal Brenda, Canadian Cookie, Angel of Light, Rebecca, Dirty Diana, Hatters, Pink, Daily. Good to see you all, every one of you in here. Deborah. Oh, it's Michelle. Okay, it's abbreviated. I was like, what is that? Yeah, I'm a little blonde sometimes. Deborah, Robin, Janine, Spirit 8, Raymond, Susan, Bluegrass, Sherry, Josie, Kloops, LBP Music, Lisa, Dawson, Rodney, Lakeside, Sherry, Lomac, Janet, Dina. Hello, everyone. So good to see you. TF. Hello, Callie, Rodney, Eileen. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Roxy, hello. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Got a lot to talk about. We're going to finish up what we were doing last night first. I hope to get through all of that. Also, I had a lot of you guys contact me today about a live Sweetie Pilo did last night. I hear it was really good. I've got to listen to some of it today. The name that is trending is Daniel. Damn, Daniel. That was several years ago. Daniel Bauer Foot, if you will. And so I want to cover a little bit of that as well. And we'll look over some of that, all that. So anywho, guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly appreciate it. You know what happens if we get to 1,000 thumbs up? We have a chicken party. You don't want to miss the chicken party. Oh, thank you, Be Great 88. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. You look marvelous. It's really cute. Thank you, my dear. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you, love. You look marvelous. Oh, I don't know about that, but that's very sweet of you. Thank you so very much, my dear. Not the story of the other family. It's sad. What's that? Not the story of that other family. It's sad. I don't know what you're referring to, my dear. Is that Chris? Oh my God. Is that Chris? Sped teacher. Oh, Mally. Hey, baby. What are you doing? Thank you so much, Mally. If you received that membership, give our sweetheart Mally a big thank you. Really do appreciate that, Mally.
Welcome to Clutch Them Pearls, yeah, you're in the clue. Shine bright like the stars, this world never knew. We're dancing, laughing all around this world. Hold tight, shine bright, you're part of a pearl.
Thank you so much, Mally Cat, for gifting that pearl necklace. Really do appreciate that. very, very much. You was scared, making sure the blood was flowing in your Sherry. That's what I was doing. I was making sure the blood, was got to get, you know, make sure you're alive. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much, Dawson. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for keeping Sebastian saying after you were such a sweet person, and we all love you, Justin. Bless you. We love you, Dawson. Thank you so much, honey. You are extremely good to me, and I really do appreciate that, my dear. You are a jewel. That is an understatement. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate that. Um, so thank you, Cassie. All right. So we're going to kind of finish up what we were starting last night. Guys, I'm telling you, I know it's a little bit of a lull right now after the year of no arrest yet, but I can tell you without a doubt, they are on this case. They're on this case. I did get something today. Another very interesting little tidbit of information. I haven't been able to contact the person to see if I can share it yet. I don't think that they will mind, but I'm telling you, keep the faith. It's coming. It is coming. It is coming. This is far from a cold case. It's far from a cold case. And there will be justice for Sebastian. There will be justice. I know it's we were all hoping for that year on the mark, right? So was I. So was I. But right before I went live my first time today, I did get some information. We can say straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And it's coming. It's coming. I'm telling you. So keep the faith. Keep the faith. Your anniversary's tomorrow. Congratulations, Mama Smirk. Congratulations. Good to see you. Good to see you, my dear. Oh, hey, Veronica. Where you been, honey? You okay? Good to see you, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear Veronica. Are you okay? It's good to see you, honey. Hope you're okay. Nicole, thank you. Justin, a week or so ago, I sent you screenshots of Sweetie Pilo and someone else who is a psychic. Did you watch it? You're probably talking about Donna Serafina. I did. I think it was Sweetie Pilo and Donna Serafina. Now, I did watch it, and I take all things into consideration. I think would be a fool not to. But I have friends who are psychics, and this is just my personal belief. So please don't judge me for it, I guess you could say. I respect everyone. I don't care what your walk of life is, what you believe in, don't believe in, what your religion is, whether you practice religion or don't practice religion, whatever. You guys know where I stand. But I don't respectfully put a lot of weight into psychics. That's just my personal. Now, I'll check everything out. I'll check everything out. But it has to, there has to be something that's leading me there. You know what I mean? But I listen with an open ear, and I take everything into account, and I respect Donna Serafina tremendously. And I love Sweetie Pilo very much. And that's okay. I think we all believe in different things. And I think that's what makes us all unique in our own way, right? So, you know, I mean, I never even believed in really ghosts or anything, uh, except the Holy Ghost. That's it. Um, but like I did have an experience, and I've never seen a ghost or anything like that, but I did have a very strange experience twice in one day. And I was live for one of them. So I believe in that more now than I did before. But I don't know. I don't know. The shower experience and when I was live, same day. Oh, Patricia, she didn't. She requested it, but she didn't get it. She didn't get it. Um, you was on that live. Yeah, that was a crazy. That was a crazy live. That was crazy. People thought I was talking to someone, and I wasn't speaking to anybody. But I love everybody. You heard the ghost on my live? Yeah, that was nuts. That was nuts. So I do, more believe in that now. I don't know how the hell it happened any other way. So I'm kind of skeptic. But I take everything into account. Everything into account. Um, I have, mods that are psychics, and I love them dearly, dearly. And I'm your friend before anything else. Anything else. So um I think our pets come back and visit us. I hope so. I hope so. I really do. Oh, I certainly believe in life after death. Absolutely. 1,000%. 1,000%. Um, I believe in intuition. I certainly believe in intuition. Um, I certainly believe in intuition. I believe in instincts, intuition. I believe that with every fiber of my being, and I think we all have that. I think some of us are, you know, tapped into it more than others. Dear Justin's ghost, please show yourself or say something. Dawson, listen, let me tell you something. If I ever see a ghost, you're going to see me scream like a middle-aged white woman in menopause. Let me just tell you, okay? Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Don't want to see it. Don't want to see a ghost. Hell no. Don't want to. People's like, I've seen a ghost. I'm like, good for you. Keep it away. Listen, I listen. I don't like adrenaline here. I'm not an adrenaline junkie. People's like, oh, let's go to, an amusement park and let's get our, you know, neck broke with this roller coaster. And I'm like, why? Why? Why do you want to do that? Like, no, I don't want to do that. Oh my God. It's crazy. I don't like adrenaline. Let's keep it chill. Come on now. Um, so anywho, we'll get to it. I'm a middle-aged white woman. I would scream. Same. It would mess up Justin's hair. Oh, I don't care about my hair being messed up or anything like that, but I just don't understand why you feel like you want to die. I don't get it. Several years ago, I was at Disney World, and I don't really ride the rides or anything. I'll sit and watch you and clap for you and all that. And my friends, they got me on this ride, and they said it's 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 not scary or anything, and I couldn't see it. That's because it was in a building. And so I get on it, and it doesn't look like it's this major ride or anything. It was Space Mountain. And so you're on a roller coaster in the dark, as if you don't even know where the hell you're going to drop. You don't even know where you're going to drop. You don't know if you're going up, down, sideways, or wherever. So they're like, we get on there, and then it just we kind of go slow, and then it just gets pitch dark. You don't know you got an eye in your head. You don't know you got an eye in your head. And they're like, ah, they're laughing the whole time because they love that shit. And me, they're like, Justin, are you okay? And I'm just quiet. Just quiet. And I'm like, first I started screaming like a middle-aged white woman. And then I just got silent because I was thinking, if I live, y'all are walking home. Y'all are walking home. So yeah, that's the one and the only time you will ever see me on a ride like that. I love Space Mountain, but not as much as Big Thunder. Mm-mm. Nope. I'll talk to spirits, but I'm not riding any roller coaster. I would rather talk to spirits than ride a roller coaster. I get quiet. I get scared quiet too. Yeah. I usually scream and then I'm quiet. Like quiet. So love it. When I'm younger, it broke down and they flipped on the lights. So I seen it and still got in Dumb Nick's car. Oh my goodness. Hey Sammy. Hey friend, a neighbor says her footage shows KP exited house between 6:20 and 6:30, yelled to neighbors, then left for her no more than 10-minute trip to school. Yeah. Where was that? Where was that live at? Was that on Sweetie Pilo's last night? I knew that she was gone no more than 10 minutes. No more than 10 minutes. And that fits, right? About leaving about 6:30 and between 6:25, 6:33, and then going for about 10 minutes, because at 6:42 she's saying that the dispatch is saying she's riding around in the neighborhood. The original interview with Neighbor on Sweetie Pie's back on March 24th under members only. Ooh, I don't know anything about that. Okay, well, maybe I do know about that, but are you saying the neighbor spoke or she spoke to the neighbor? Is that what you mean? You mean she spoke to the neighbor, right? Because I just want to make sure that's clear. Oh, Jerry Lynn, I hope you feel better, honey. Ex got me on the roller coaster years ago in Marineland in Canada. Never again. Yeah. I love water parks, though. I love a good water park. I love a good water park. I do. Lady, thank you so much, my dear. Really do. Yeah, it's coming. It is coming. Did she say where it was? Did Sammy say where it was? Or if it was, did she speak to the neighbor? Or did the neighbor actually do an interview? Hey, Joe. Holiday World. I've been to so many water parks. I can't even tell you. Looking forward to that, Mag. Can't wait. Okay, let's get it started. We're gonna go. We're gonna watch some of the Sweetie Pilo here in a little bit. But first, we need to finish where we left off last night. I've been to everyone. I've been to every water park probably in Tennessee there is. I've been to so many, I can't even tell you. What was that? Let me look at this. Give me 1 second. Neighbors harass. I do not want to create neighbors. However, I do think it's important to misinformation. I need to set straight. Hey, Tony. Good to see you. The BS and the Chris. This was something that I found interesting. I'm going to read it in part. This hasn't been talked about. A lot of people thinks Bobby wrote this. She didn't. This is another neighbor though that wrote this, and it says, I need to set the record straight on something that I keep hearing over and over again. This was months and months and months ago. That makes me want to scream. The BS that Edgar said he called Sumner County Sheriff's Office instead of 911 because of where we live is just that. It's absolutely ridiculous. He claims that because we live in the country and not in the city limits, it's easier to call Sumner County Sheriff's Office so he wouldn't get transferred all over the place. Shaking my head. You cannot reach an emergency personnel through the Sumner County Sheriff's Office number. It tells you on the automated system that if you have an emergency, you must hang up and dial 911. The only person you will get if you stay on the line waiting is for someone to pick up in a non-emergency dispatcher. If that dispatcher finds out you are calling for an emergency, the dispatcher will tell you to hang up and dial 911, or they will transfer you to 911 emergency dispatch. If he is saying he didn't want to waste time being transferred, yet that is exactly what would happen if you call Sumner County Sheriff's Office for an emergency. They would transfer you or ask you to hang up and dial 911. So an emergency dispatcher can receive your call and dispatch emergency personnel that is closest to you at that point. The fastest approach would have been for her to call 911 as soon as she realized Sebastian is gone. I've had to call 911 after hitting a deer. It literally took maybe 5 to 8 minutes for emergency personnel to get to me, after the call. I've also had to call the non-emergency line. You cannot reach 911 through that number. If something were to ever happen to my kids, God, I pray that never happens, I would call uh, her husband first to let him know that I know for a fact he would tell me to hang up and dial 911, even if I were hysterical, because I am the one in the area and they can trace the call directly to my house if I'm unable to talk. It is frustrating to me so much that he's lying about the phone call. Yes. I mean, let's think about it. Let's think about this for one moment. You live feet away from, pun intended, away from a fire station. You live feet away from a high school. You think you're not going to you think they're going to have to transfer you 62 times? No, not a freaking chance. Lies, lies, lies. That's all it is. That's all it is. Look here.
Thank you for calling the Sumner County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Okay. Guess how long that took? 7 seconds. The first 7 seconds. What you are told, they got it all out. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. 7 seconds. They have already said it fully. Not started saying it, they've said it fully in the first 7 seconds of that phone call. So why would you do it? Why would you do it? That doesn't make sense. Oh, it takes longer. So sorry if I was trying to get, them to come out faster. No, you're not. You're not even following directions. That's bull hockey. Not at all. Hey, Lori, good to see you. Love you and your wit. My question is, do you honestly think an arrest will be very soon? Thank you, Lori. Appreciate you. Thank you for that, Lori. I do appreciate you. I do believe an arrest will come. I'll tell you what, though. I think an arrest is going to come sooner than later. Now, That could be tonight. That could be next week, next month, or at the end of the year. I don't think the 2-year anniversary, I think we'll know something before then. Excuse me. And I do think at the very least, if Sebastian is not found within that period of time, I do believe that there will be lesser charges, serious lesser charges, and they may hold on that type of charge, whatever the big charge might be. You can use your mind for later. But I do believe it's coming. This is not a cold case. This is a criminal investigation. Is Girl Mom in here? I don't know if she's in here right now or not. But just like Mr. Carter said in the email, this is the only case that he has worked and continues to work in the past year. Right? Now, to put all of your energy, your time, your resources, and having one man only cover this case, right? I mean, Hendersonville is not that big of a department, right? I mean, all police is stretched. That says something. And not taking any new cases, and has not. If they weren't getting anywhere, he would be working other cases. He would be working other cases on the side. So keep the faith. It's coming. It's coming. Yes. Thank you, Josie. Thank you so much, my dear. Justin, can we get a chat icon of handcuffs, please? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Sure can. Yeah. So it's coming. It is. But let's go back in.
County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you need to reach the jail, get jail information, or speak to someone with jail administration, please press 2. If you need to speak with a deputy on duty regarding a non-emergency issue or to...
Oh, look at there. If you need to speak to a deputy for a non-emergency issue, please press 2. Non-emergency. I don't think Edgar got very far with Sumner County because he said, after I hung up with Sumner County, I called dispatch. Well, 2 things either happened when he talked or didn't talk to Sumner County. If he talked to Sumner County, they said, okay, thank you for calling. Hang up and call 911. Or They didn't answer. And so they called dispatch because, one second. And if he didn't get anyone, then what was he to do? Either way, they were going to say, call 911. But for whatever reason, they couldn't. What are some reasons why they couldn't call 911? It's not, we know this, that it's not because to save time. I mean, there are so many red flags in this. It's crazy.
File a police report, please press 3. For warrants, press 4. For criminal investigations, press 5. For records, press 6. For juvenile detention, press 7. If you know your party's extension, you may dial it now or at any time during this message. For department directory by last name, press 9. To speak with an operator or someone in NCIC, dial 0.
One second.
Emergency S1 up and have reached the Hendersonville Police Department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911 to request an officer.
I called Hendersonville Police and Sumner County. Both. First thing, if this is an emergency, please hang
Your
up and dial
location, press
911.
1 to speak to department. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911
7 seconds. Again.
to request an officer at your location. Press 1 to speak to the on-duty desk officer. Press 2 to report a property maintenance codes violation. Press 8.
Did
I
he
don't think
like
so.
never come home on the weekends, like when you had
Listen.
Sebastian or anything like that?
Well, yeah, that's why he saw him in the beginning of February, but it wasn't every weekend
Okay.
because he works on weekends too a lot, so he can't just come home every weekend. But when he can, he does. He comes home and sees him.
Yeah.
Came home to put groceries away because we bought snacks because, he's 15 and snacks. We went and picked up our niece. I got a call and asked if I could go and pick her up, and I did. And so we went and did that. And we
Hold on.
Never realized he actually wasn't in the house.
I don't know.
We called the sheriff's department. I stayed on the phone pretty much most of the time. And then while I was at work, I asked for a relief, got a relief, got in my truck from Memphis and made my way to Nashville.
Walked out of the house. He's not a runner.
I don't know if I wanted to show anything else on this. No. Okay. That's all I wanted to show on that. All right. We're going to get back to what we were talking about yesterday. The niece family connection is key. I just feel it. I think, in my opinion, Melissa is a big key to this, in my opinion. So what makes Edgar so confident that they will never be found? Good question. Yes, Isha, I certainly do.
But I can tell you, as the parents, we have seen the video firsthand from law enforcement.
They have seen, again, this video we're doing just little clips, segments here. they are not interested in the two people outside of their house in the car 2 hours and 45 minutes before they find Sebastian is not in his bed. They've seen it with their own eyes, they say. Eric Craddock says, "We don't know what we don't know. It could be a part of the investigation later." But this most recent video that comes out, they are so interested in that. And Eric Craddock comes out in 2 hours and says it's not part of the investigation. It is not related. Now, two things law enforcement will do. If it has nothing to do with the investigation, they will say it has nothing to do with the investigation, like they did with the most recent video. If it does have something to do with the investigation, or they're not sure at the time and they don't want to tell the public, they will say, we don't know what we don't know, or it could be part of the investigation somewhere down the road. They will not deny it. They will not deny it. And the reason they won't deny it is because later on, when that goes to court and you have the defense attorney saying, why did you say that this video is nothing to the public then? Why did you say this video was nothing whenever, and now you're saying it's something? That will eat them alive later if they say something like that. So what law enforcement does is they give you a very generic ass answer like, we don't know what we don't know. It could be something on down the road. They're not going to outright deny it, though. Not going to do that. They outright denied this most recent video. You couldn't convince me that the only activity that we know in this 2 streets in the entire neighborhood with homes starting at 700,000 and up, a car coming in the middle of the night, running through other people's yards, going directly to Sebastian's home, not going past it. Remember, if they go past it, you're going to be able to see it from the cameras from the across Sebastian's home, across the Proudfoot's home. You're going to be able to see it if they cross over there. They don't cross over. They go to that house. Hey, Summers Army. Good to see you, baby. How you doing? Out of all nights, there's this car and individuals running through multiple people's backyard. And we know how Edgar is if someone even mentions about coming in the area, much less going to his house. He will make a note. Just like he did CJ. Made a note. I hear you're coming in my neighborhood. Let this be. He don't want anybody on his property. Why do they not mind the night a child goes missing that someone is in their yard? You're not interested in that? And you said Sebastian's missing a flashlight. Well, there's some flashlights there. And let me tell you something. If that flashlight didn't run back toward the house, I guarantee you they would be all over it, like white on rice. The saying goes. They would be all over it. It is, isn't it? Yes, because, I mean, in his yard, he's got trespassers will be prosecuted. No trespassing, trespassers will be prosecuted or something like that. I find that mighty interesting and extremely curious. So yeah,
We know exactly where it was taken from.
we know exactly where it was taken from. I bet you do.
And nothing that is being assumed right now is actually true about that video, unfortunately.
Hold on. Do we got it here? No, I don't got it here. It's okay. We fast forward.
That's
Around firsthand from law enforcement, we know exactly where it was taken from, and nothing that is being assumed right now is actually true.
I mean, this looks like a hostage situation. It really does. Look at KK. Look at KK. Look at her. She can't even look up. Unfortunately. They love to say the unfortunately.
True about that video, unfortunately.
So full of shit.
And anything about any other videos or anything like that, please refer to the TBI news link that they have out there that updated.
Yeah. Just know nothing about Sunday afternoon and nothing about running through people's yards.
Amber Alert stuff. And it will give you the most up-to-date information that all law enforcement has. And they will give you current as far as what's what and how they're looking at things.
And if there's any new video, forward it to
Look at
them.
her.
Please.
Yeah. Security footage is really like a game changer. We're working on Riley's strain and trying to find like if someone missed one on a corner or something. That's
around this neighborhood, and this whole community. I mean, I can tell you that much here. When it comes to the cameras, there has not been one person that has said no. And trust me, it is greatly felt that everybody has been so open, so helpful.
I mean, she doesn't look up. She looks, I mean, this looks like, like a hostage video. It really, like, just KK there, it looks hostage. I mean, it looks like, like the videos they do in, like, North Korea or something. We've got them. Say something, It's like, it's crazy.
And pushing out any which way they can. I mean, there's been some families that have actually been on vacation that weren't home, and they got they got permission from that family to take a look at their cameras and go in their houses without them even being present, which has been amazing. So, but yeah.
That's good. If there was something that you could say to Sebastian if he was listening, what?
We were out and about that day. We were having a really good weekend. We got home. Everything was pretty normal. He was playing in his room. When I told him to go to bed, he did. He said, "Good night, Mom. I love you." Said good night to his puppies. A little bit later, I wound up going to bed, and when I woke him up for school, he wasn't there.
So in your mind, that's usually around what time? So when do you normally wake up? Around 6 o'clock?
6.
So were you instantly thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower, in the living room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes.
So is she saying sometimes Sebastian would wake up himself? Is that what she's saying? Sebastian would sometimes wake up himself? Okay. I mean, I would think after taking that sleep medication, I'm sure he probably gets hungry once that sleep medication kicks in. But usually when it starts kicking in, they usually crave something and they'll want to eat. But then after they eat, they're usually out. So if he got up before then and his phone's right there on the counter, right? How did you wind up going to bed? That makes no sense.
Were you instantly thinking?
Well, again, there's nothing about, laying on the couch, doing my homework, hearing Sebastian in there an hour later with a thud. No 9:43 or 9:46 talking to my husband until I started to fall asleep. Lolo, you might want to delete that.
Thinking something's wrong, or were you like, he may just be already in the shower, in the living room?
I took a second and walked through the house looking for him in case he'd gotten up and was trying to get breakfast or something, because he did that sometimes.
Listen, if you wake up, right, and you're on the other side of the house, and there's the middle part of the house, kitchen, dining room, living room, and you have to walk through the entire house, you're going to know if someone's up, right? Especially a 15-year-old. They're either going to be in the kitchen, watching something on their phone, or watching television. You're going to hear them. Kids aren't quiet. Did I see your text? Hold on one second.
3 minutes in, give or take, I was on the phone with my husband. I said, "I can't find him." He said, "What do you mean you can't find him?" I said, "He's not in the house."
I can't find him. What do you mean you can't find him? You can't. I mean, so when you called him and you just said, I can't find him, does that mean you can't find Sebastian? And did he instantly just say, what do you mean you can't find him? Like, I would be like, can't find who? Can't find what? It's crazy. Lady for Justice, thank you so much, darling. Coming in clutch. How you doing? Really do appreciate you, my dear. If you received that, make sure you give Lady a big, big thank you. Very kind of you, my dear. Much love. All right, let's go.
And so at that point,
Are
is
you
that when you call 911 or what's going through your mind?
ever
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department and made the report.
I ran off.
immediately after that, they called the sheriff's department. So you searched the house, you say, in 1 to 3 minutes. Hold on a second. She says, Edgar says, I asked her, did you search here? Did you search here? Did you search here? And we went through all of that. I told her to look here, told her to look here. But on Nancy Grace, KK says she's on the phone with Edgar when she's heading out the door.
All over the house.
Mind.
While we were on the phone, and I was like, is he on the other side of the bed? The normal places he may be in the house, and he wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, hold on a minute. And immediately after that, we called the sheriff's department.
How did she say it on Nancy Grace? I need to pull that up later, because Nancy says, like, where were you when you called him, like Edgar? And she says something to the effect of, while she's heading out to the car, she's on the phone with him. The normal places he would hide, yeah. How did he contact his mom on a 3-way? Well, he says, how does he say it? I was on the phone with KK most of the time. Widow Bailey, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate it too much. She's talking like she lost a puppy, not a child. Yep. It's very, very bizarre. Well, at 6 o'clock, she wakes up. 6:03, she's already went in the kitchen and looked through the entire 3,000 square foot. And then she says, she calls Edgar, and she gets in her car and she goes around the neighborhood, and then she goes to the school. But she's not riding around in the neighborhood until 6:42. I'm starting to think she lost that Apple Watch. I think she didn't lose it. I think it was ooh. They might have been looking for an Apple Watch, perhaps, in the garbage. It disappeared too. Well, Pale Rider, I did a live on this, I don't know, a week or so ago. If you look at KK, the night, the 25th on Sunday, when she's eating dinner with Sebastian, she's got her Apple Watch on. If you look at every interview or picture she is taken after Sebastian went missing, after the 26th, up until June, I don't see her with any watch on. Now, in June, you start seeing a watch on her. But you look at old pictures with KK with braces on, holding a puppy, standing with Edgar, with Sebastian from years ago. She's always got her Apple Watch on. And it is always the same color band. Same color. It's like the beige, like the white skin tone kind of thing. But you don't see it. The earliest I have seen her with it is January. And I will say some of the photos that we've done, in my opinion, someone is wearing a watch in that video. Someone's wearing a watch in the flashlight video. Just my opinion.
Made the report.
I ran all over the house, outside, inside. I looked in every closet.
Within minutes, they were here. They responded within minutes.
Within minutes, they were here. They were,
Minutes, and here we go.
I bet you
So
said
you
here we
said you
go.
were on the phone with her, so you were not home.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I was at work. I'm a tower crane operator, and I was working in Memphis at the St. Jude project. So it's, I have an earpiece in that talks to my phone. I have another earpiece in that does the radios. So when she was talking to me, I was like, what? I was confused. We talked.
Hey, Bonkers. Can you text me? I can't do it right now through StreamYard, but I can do it a little bit.
And then we went from there and led to calling the cops, and here we are now.
And within minutes, they're at the home.
Fluffy, change your name back. I knew you was Fluffy. You've been Fluffy for years. Y'all don't change your names.
Yes, ma'am.
It was rapid fire. They had cars.
They
They had
lined
cars from here down to the
to the main
road,
road.
as far as I could tell.
So, what's going through both of your minds? I mean, are we panicking? Is it this, oh, I think he's probably at a neighbor's house, or what are you thinking?
My son doesn't run. He's not a runner. He's never run away before. I don't know why. I don't know why he walked out that door.
I mean, he's a good kid. He's not a mischievous child by any means. But there's answers to questions that have no answers, or
I think someone was wearing a watch. I think there was a blanket used. It had some type of pattern on it, either like a sports kind of blanket or could be like a camouflage looking blanket. And I think someone was wearing boots. And I think someone had a bag of some sort, in my opinion.
questions with
And
no
a
answers
watch.
right now
And a
that
watch.
we are searching for desperately, and we just don't have that.
Is there anything that happened that day that you think back and there might have been a reason he was possibly upset, or something outside that could have enticed him to go outside? Was there anything that came to mind?
We've been combing over that day and even the weeks before he left, and
We've been combing over the days and even the weeks before he left. He left. But let's think about that a moment. Edgar hadn't been home in days and weeks, right? But Edgar also says, I can't tell you the days I was home. To Nancy Grace. Okay. And you can't think about why he would want to run away. You've been threatening to send him off for a year. He's been complaining to his teachers, students, staff, faculty at the school about what's been going on. Allegedly, Edgar and KK were about to split up. Yes, Lakeside. Yep. Something like that. Can't think of anything that wouldn't make him want to run away.
I hadn't been able to figure it out. He's that morning he was laughing, he was joking.
Thank you so very much, Bonkers, for 7 months. Really do appreciate you. AKA Fluffy. Good to see you, honey. And Blue Angel, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for your super sticker, my dear. Hey, Bonkers, if you can send me your link to your channel, that way I can do it after this live. What did she say here?
He's that morning he was laughing, he was joking.
That morning he was laughing and he was joking. This, in my opinion, tells me that whatever happened on Sunday night. In my opinion, it happened Sunday night after they got home between the hours of 7 and 10 o'clock. Between 7 and 10. Most likely between 7 and 9:45. I would guess. Yep. It doesn't feel real happy at the Texas Steakhouse. Doesn't feel real happy at all. I didn't see anyone laugh, not even once in that video. And at the bowling alley, didn't seem like a good time from what I've seen. So what was going on? To me, it actually feels kind of tension at the steakhouse. You see KK doing her, she's talking, you can see her head moving and she's holding her fork and she's doing this. And you just see Sebastian. That morning he was laughing, he was joking. He was so excited, allegedly, that KK made spaghetti pancakes. Guess she, didn't make breakfast that often. Was he made to feel extra special that day? There was a lot going on that weekend. A lot of places. A lot of things they did. Hey, Pink Panthers, good to see you, honey. Forever, Nikki. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you, Sebastian Rogers Case. Thank you, babies. Good to see you. Thank you for being a member as well, my dear. And thank you, Blue Angel, again. Thank you, my love. Thank you for being a member as well, honey. Really do appreciate your support. I thought she was a cordon bleu chef. I don't know. I took KK advice and Googled spaghetti pancakes. KK said around 9 or 9:30, Sebastian said, "Good night, Mom, I love you." He wasn't going to bed. He was pleading for her to help. Oh, God. That hurts.
Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
It's always about, is he behaving or not?
Make more sense if we'd been fighting.
I think it's interesting she says that. I think it's interesting that she says it would make more sense if we would have been fighting. She brings that up. Interesting. It would have just made more sense if we'd have been fighting. Well, this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. Everything is done for a reason. Right? Happy people don't disappear on their own. They don't disappear on their own. You don't say one night, I am so happy. I'm going to not take anything, not even my shoes, and walk out of here. It's not the way it works. So he was either happy or he wasn't. People do things for a reason. You may not understand the reason. I may not understand the reason, but everything is done for a reason. Their reason, but it's done for a reason. I don't know why he walked out the door. He's a good kid. Why did Chris say that right after Katie said that? He went and changed that subject real quick. Yeah. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Or you've been in trouble, but he hasn't been in trouble. So, I mean,
And that's very interesting. It would have made more sense if we'd have been fighting. But Edgar chimes in right there. He hadn't even been in any trouble. And then he laughs about it. It's not funny to talk about your kid getting in trouble. It's not funny to laugh or giggle whenever you're literally in an interview talking about your missing stepson getting in trouble or not getting in trouble. People only laugh to lighten up the mood, to convince you that it's not as big of a deal. Nothing to see here. Listen to her.
Agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving. It'd make more sense if we'd been fighting.
or you've been in trouble, but he hasn't been in trouble.
In my opinion, that tells me everything I need to know. Right there. Everyone that day agreed. We all came to the same agreement that he was in a good mood, that he was laughing and joking. And then KK says it would have made more sense if he would have been in trouble. Then Edgar chimes in. He hasn't even been in any trouble. And then laughs. That tells me, in my opinion, that someone was in trouble. Sebastian, if you hear this, come back. You're not in trouble. It's all about that. All about that.
Everyone we were around that day agreed that he seemed like he was in a good mood. He was behaving.
behaving.
Make more sense if we'd been fighting.
Or you'd been in trouble, but he wouldn't have been in trouble. So, I mean, the $1 million question, why did he go? And the other $1 million question is how.
Why did he go? $1 million question, and how? You don't need $1 million to answer that question. He didn't. He didn't go. Yeah, he's okay, troopers. So that's out. He didn't go. He didn't walk out the door. He didn't walk anywhere out the door. Someone took him out the door. This is a criminal investigation. There is an Amber Alert. They first did, I forget what, it was a missing child alert. And then I showed you guys the other day, based upon new investigative information, we upgraded it to an Amber Alert. Any Amber Alert, endangerment child alert, thank you. Any Amber Alert is foul play immediately. You are taken by someone without the consent. You are taken from someone and you're not supposed to be.
What about social
You are
media?
concealing
Is
someone.
there anything that,
And
anyone he could have contacted? I understand he was somewhat of a gamer, or what was he? There was a video game he loved, right?
Minecraft. He loves Minecraft. The game that he has is not online. He has the Switch.
We don't, because of how social media can be, he doesn't have accessibility to communicate with folks
On the internet.
on internet. I mean, we have a firm belief that we just don't feel that right now that he's capable of having that kind of responsibility. So, I mean, his phone is locked down, his computers, his gaming. He doesn't have a gamer tag. He doesn't have online capabilities with games. I mean,
We've combed every electronic.
it's funny how she says every electronic. Amber Alert. Yes, think about that. You have a car, flashlights, people walking through the neighborhood. You have an Amber Alert. And then a few days after the Amber Alert, they are looking through the landfill. Geofence equals criminal investigation. Plus, add an email from the detective with the only case that he's doing for the last year saying this is a criminal investigation. Is it true Terry owns a trash company? No. Bowerfoot? No, he doesn't own a trash company. I wonder if KK will break and tell the truth. In my opinion, they won't come clean until there is an arrest, because at that point, I think KK would talk if she didn't have the influence of someone.
I mean, we've cooperated with all the authorities as far as anything they've asked us to.
This is very interesting. Listen, this is very interesting. Follow this through.
Or
Follow
what
this
was
through.
there was a video game.
Listen to what he says, not even being asked. It was a quiet moment. He had to fill it with something. It's called anxiety. You got to fill it with something. We've all been there. Oh my God, I need to say something. Right? To keep the conversation going, or when you're uncomfortable.
He loved, right?
Minecraft. He
Yeah.
loves Minecraft. The game that he has is not online. He has the Switch.
He's
Bingo. I think that's exactly why 1-800, why he wasn't allowed to have social media. Not why you locked down social media. You locked down social media because you were scared that he was going to tell on you for all what you were doing to him. It wasn't to protect him. It was to protect y'all. Yep. I agree with your comment. I agree with your comment, in my opinion. Sure do. Yep. I don't think they wanted Sebastian to get on Facebook and be like, is this normal? Right? I don't think they wanted him actually hanging out, in my opinion, with other kids. Because Sebastian talks. He is a talker. He is a talker. Even Edgar and KK says, well, they say, would Sebastian seek help? They said, oh, we know he would go to someone. He had no problem going to someone and talking. No problem whatsoever. The problem wasn't Sebastian. It was not Sebastian. Number one thing abusers do is isolate you. Yes. Sure do. Sure do.
We don't, because of how social media can be, he doesn't have accessibility to communicate with folks
On the internet.
on internet. I mean, we have a firm belief that we just don't feel that right now he's capable of having that kind of responsibility. So, I mean, his phone is locked down, his computers, his gaming. He doesn't have a gamer tag. He doesn't have online capabilities with games. I mean,
We've combed every electronic.
I mean, we've cooperated with all the authorities as far as anything they've asked us to provide, we've provided, and still just don't have any answers.
Notice the quietness. He just said, we're cooperating. She didn't ask you right there.
Did he have any friends that could have possibly contacted him in some way on his phone?
All his friends at school have been questioned to my knowledge, and none of them knew anything.
So this big question mark. He's vanished. No one can figure out where or why. All right. So let's talk too about the relationship involved, because the biological father is very much involved in Sebastian's life as well.
Yes, ma'am, very much.
Right. And how would you describe that relationship, the two of them and the four of you?
It's relatively good. I mean, we talk regularly. He talks to his son on a regular basis, sees him on a regular basis. He's involved in school and therapy. And I mean, he didn't have any extracurricular activities, but I can tell you now, if he did, his dad would be in the front row.
In two different households, and the communication between the three of us is great. I mean, yes, we're just like every parent. We all have our disagreements, but in the end, we come together as a team and we work and we come up with solutions that as we best see fit. I mean, I'm almost in contact with him almost daily.
Let's talk about Sebastian. Tell me about Sebastian. How would you describe him?
Between 7 and 9 o'clock, whatever occurred happened, in my opinion, between 7 and 9 o'clock. Quote, when I sent him to bed, nobody mentioned his nighttime routine, no shower, no medicine, nothing. Why was there a drop off and a pickup that day? Why was Katie picking up the niece with Sebastian, which was, she says, was requested? Why is she picking up the niece if mom is with her, the niece? His aunt says they've been looking for him since 6:30. Doesn't she live in White House? Doesn't she live in White House? Who all was there that morning? I can't remember. They all say they want to make it crystal clear, everything crystal clear. Right? But yet they don't make anything crystal clear. How you doing, Hobo? Hey, 77. Hey, Brandy and Indy. Kim, hello. The niece was staying at home of a friend that was closer to KK's house. The sister-in-law lives the Robertson County side of White House. Long way, it was closer. So why does KK drop her back off? I've always wanted to ask Seth what his Sunday school nighttime would be. Does he bathe at night before bed or the morning when he takes? I think it's the night before he bathes. Hobo, thank you, baby. Thank you for gifting the pearl necklace. Really do appreciate your lovey. If you receive that, make sure you give our sweet Hobo a big, big thank you. And enjoy life. Gypsy, oh my God, Justin, your Space Mountain story happened to me too. It's not fun. Yeah, I agree. She mentions it in his chores to take out the garbage, but no shower or brushing his teeth. Very good observation, Lucy Lou. Yeah, that's his chore, right? He has chores when he gets home from school as well. They met up at BJ's, so sister-in-law came down 65 to Rivergate while KK came along to Long Hollow to Rivergate to meet up. Yes, yeah. But after that, when they're taking groceries home, the niece is with Sebastian and Katie later on that afternoon. Right. Right, Cajun. I find it odd that Melissa said she took them shopping. Why did she take them? Like, who goes? I mean, who goes? I mean, do you? Does anyone go grocery shopping with your sister-in-law on a regular basis or anytime for that matter? Sherry Lynn, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, love. If you received that, make sure you thank our beautiful Sherry Lynn. Thank you, Miss Sherry Lynn. Really do appreciate you. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just kind of strange.
Sweet, stubborn. He loves to help. He loves running, and he loves to play his games and his fidgets and Uno. Lord, that's one of his favorite games right now. Favorite color is green.
Does he love music?
Oh God, he loves music.
An eclectic taste.
I
An
mean,
eclectic. I mean, from as everybody knows, Eye of the Tiger to Eddie Vedder.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So we got Pearl Jam on one hand, we've got Survivor on the other over here. We've got Taylor Swift, and
he's got a big crush on her. I mean, country, rock,
no
classic.
hip hop. We don't allow the hip hop.
Well, he doesn't really get into it anyways.
You mentioned he loved running. So did he love the outdoors at all? I mean, would something outside?
I find it so odd that they say Sebastian struggles with socialization, and yet they don't socialize him. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Another thing I find interesting is they are always saying, "Hey, girl, mom." They are always saying that Sebastian is always up in your face. Did he look like he was in anyone's face while he was at that restaurant? Exactly, VA. Someone that loves school, so does he really struggle with socialization? KK said, she's tried to do play dates and stuff like that, and they end up, getting frustrated. That is every kid. Every kid. If you have kids and the friends are over or, whatever, they all get into it. They have their moments. That's kids. But someone that loves school do they really struggle with socialization? Or was it KK and Edgar struggling that he would talk, that he would be too social? Tell. They couldn't keep him from school. Couldn't keep him from school. Right? They couldn't keep him from school. Tried to send him to that way, in my opinion, he wouldn't, if they sent him to another place, he's not, they have him all the time, pretty much. And he's not coming home and school and home and school. Yeah.
No,
Classic.
we don't
Oh, what's
Crush
this?
on her. I mean, country rock.
no
Classic.
hip hop. We don't allow the hip hop.
Well, he doesn't really
Well, I
get
say
into it
rap and
anyways.
things.
You mentioned he loved running. So did he love the outdoors at all? I mean, would something outside that was somewhat outdoorsy be enticing to him or pull him outdoors?
He loves, like, when we were in California and the school had this lap thing to gain money. It was a fundraiser. And every year I did this many laps. I did this many laps. I mean, I've got t-shirts where they would write on his back. Every time the kids went around, they'd mark a mark on the back and they'd keep running. And he just had marks all the way across his back. He likes playgrounds. He hates being dirty. He don't like being dirty.
Yeah, he's not your.
Remember something, guys. Sebastian's teachers, the faculty, his classmates, they know. Remember how Edgar said that he knew who Bobby's child's boyfriend was? Hey, Patty. You remember that? That he knew. He said, or girlfriend, whoever it was, girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know. I just remember he said he knew. I see you saying check your phone. What? There's an active pew. There's an active pewer at a children's hospital right now. Sebastian liked to dance. I'm frozen and I'm cutting in and out. Am I frozen and cutting out? Hold on, let me check here. Let me look real quick.
Year-old son witnessed his father get shot and killed. What did that mean?
That is shocking.
that is really shocking for a 13-year-old to go through that. To
We are aware of reports of a possible armed individual at Loma Linda Hospital. Deputies are on scene actively clearing the facility. Please avoid the area and use alternative routes, said the St. Bernardino County Sheriff's Department.
A great job. Monrovia came down and helped out, and shooters were lined up.
Hold on, let's go to this real quick. We are aware of reports of the possible armed individual. Okay. Please, for real-time updates, please continue to monitor social media platforms, stay safe, and remain vigilant. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let me just look at this real quick. The hell's the world coming to? Goodness gracious. It's in California. When I learn more about it, I'll put it up there. I think Sebastian trusted people at the school. I think he trusted them enough to tell what was going on. I think that he didn't tell Seth because I believe that he was with Edgar and KK most of the time, except 2 to 3 days every other week. And I think, if he told, you gotta be with the people you told on. And I also think that, in my opinion, he thought that telling the teachers and them reporting it, that it would be taken care of that way. I got a choppy sound. Is that better? Is that better? Better. Is that better? Echo. Get to the chopper. Hold on, let me come back in and see if that works. You hear me fine? Okay. I sound fine? Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. Don't want to be shopping. So I think that's why. Sebastian thought he was going to get me kicked out of my house. in my opinion, if Edgar didn't know more, just an opinion, not a fact, I believe he would have sent KK packing down the road. Remember how Edgar gets furious when you speak about when Seth spoke on Cruella and Tooth. Did Sebastian ever get in Edgar's face? Sebastian is always getting in people's faces, he says. KK would have lost her livelihood, her meal ticket. She would have lost everything. She would have lost everything. KK she doesn't have the options. I think she believes everything her new family tells her. Pat Brown says Chris left at 9 p.m. She was allegedly told that he left at 9 p.m. Remember, Sebastian
Tomboy
was supposed
stuff.
to be in bed at 9 p.m. Sebastian was supposed to be in bed at 9 p.m. She just happened. Sherry, did I thank you already? I think I did. She just happened to let him stay up later that night. I believe it's KK chasing after Edgar was fine. Edgar was not even in the house. He was doing what he wanted to do, and Katie was stuck with Sebastian. Well, that was later, Sherry. It was normally 7 or 8. Can you imagine? Thank you, Rock Painting Lady. Good to see you, honey. Hope you're well. I think the feet and the socks have KK brainwashed. I feel she used to be good mother, but yep, I I agree. I agree. I think Edgar has changed a lot. Has changed KK a lot. A lot. His bedtime was normally Edgar said on one panel 7:30, 8 o'clock. Sebastian lights go out at 9:08.
Child where he goes outside and plays in the mud.
He loves animals, but he's terrified of bugs.
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
even a fly, and he's like,
And
You see how easy it is? You see the body language difference between VA dynamics. You're so funny. I think she was always selfish, unfortunately. I do too. I think she wanted to run around and party and do what she wanted. But you see how they're loosened up there. It's easy for them to speak about it. It doesn't feel rigid. It's the truth.
let's talk.
even a fly, and he's like,
And okay.
he's terrified of bugs.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
even a fly, and he's like,
And
um,
let's talk too, because he's highly functioning. I know you all have described him as having a form of autism.
he does.
But describe that to our viewers too, as far as his way of thinking of things.
Hey, Seth. I've always had Sebastian take a shower before bed. He always sleeps better being clean. Yeah. Yeah. Sebastian liked to be clean, right? Like that was something he had to be, right? Was clean. Why does she talk about him like he is little boy? He's a young man. Notice the interviews. Perfectly imperfect. Yes. She's always talking about him growing a mustache and stuff. It's like,
And maybe how determined he was about certain things or his mindset.
He
He's got a stubborn mindset. If he believes it's this,
he gets on a one-man track, and he is
watch
just
them
on
marry
it,
each other.
and he is
They're
all
marrying.
about it.
You see that?
Just on it, and he is all about it. Track, and he is just
stubborn mindset. If he believes it's this,
he gets on a one-man.
They're marrying each other. See? Watch them. Mirroring each other. KK don't got that watch on.
Track, and he is just on it, and he is all about it.
but I mean, he's very smart.
He's
I mean,
smart.
he can play chess. He can beat adults in chess.
Wow.
So he's
He loves playing games.
What about navigation? Like,
Hey Coco, honey, how are you, babies? Good to see you. Thank you so much, my darling. KK knew how they look how she did the X. KK knew how they look how she did the X. Oh yeah, yeah. Exactly.
did he have a sense of direction? Do you think he could have possibly even hitched a ride or gotten a ride on a
1 second, I want to see what the next clip I have. Okay. I want to go over here now.
people, and I'm not.
1 second. So I want to get through this.
Requested that case to be sealed because there are some individuals who have taken it upon themselves to put stuff out there.
Edgar, that's not the only thing that might be sealed, is it? Have you sealed any other cases? Just asking.
That they don't, nothing to,
And he said he hasn't seen Sebastian since early February. Are you able to clarify? And if you're not, just state that.
So I cannot give certain details with this investigation, and that's kind of one of those things.
Okay.
I wished I could eventually down the road. I'm sure that will allow to come out.
Okay.
But as it stands right now, the answer that I've given is early February was the last time that I saw Sebastian.
Seth, if you don't want to answer it, it's fine. I can ask you privately, but do you remember when in February was that parent-teacher conference? Do you remember what day it was?
And no, I was not home when all of this took place. I actually got back to Nashville. I believe it was later in the afternoon But I was on the phone with the police for the majority of that day until I physically got here.
A question that I've seen ask, so I figured I wrote it down to ask you. Why was the sheriff's office called and not 911?
So our house is not designated for city limits, which jurisdictions for police are inside city limits. The sheriff's department is what governs our area because we're outside of that. So if you call 911 and you're outside of those areas, it goes to a central point, but then they will turn around and ask your location and then they redirect you to another dispatcher.
No, they don't. No, they don't. And any 911 says, 911, what's your emergency? Do you need fire, medical, or ambulance? What's your location? They have to ask your location. Anybody does. They're not going to send you to another one.
If you know who the dispatcher, who your law enforcement agency is that governs your area, I just call them straight. There's no point in wasting time going from one to another to get to what I need when I know exactly who to call.
It wasn't the second. I know it wasn't.
And
the
you
second.
guys
It
were
was
on a
after
three-way
that.
call because you
Yes.
were not, you were coming from out of town. Is that correct?
Did you hear that?
We were on.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You hear what Duchess said there?
You were coming from on a three.
Who to call?
And you guys were on a three-way call because you
Yes.
were not, you were coming from out of town.
Because you were coming from out of town. Hey, bro, good to see you, hun. Edgar was the one telling Porky's to the other creators about Seth. He's it. Yeah. Yep, Sebastian's army. Yep. What was it? Oh, you're fine, Lolo. No worries, babe. The fire department was even closer than the school. Did Seth answer that question? Now listen to the answer.
Is that correct?
We were on a three-way call.
Yeah, that law enforcement was called on a three-way call.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I just want
He didn't want to answer the out of town part. You know how he answers something. It's very, very obvious. Okay, now we're going to move to Sweetie Pilo's last night. And actually, I might have it where... Oh, I don't have actually where it started. I think it was from last night. Do y'all remember where that call started at? Someone sent it to me earlier. Let me look. Let me look here. Do y'all remember where it started at? Good show. That's not yet. Located. Someone sent me a timestamp earlier, but I can't remember where it was. Did an interview. Bear with me. I'm trying to find the damn timestamp. Boop, 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 boop. Did anyone see the timestamp? Does anyone see it? Timestamp is Starflower. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Meeting was the week of February 5th to the 9th. Thank you, Starflower. Member for 9 months. Really do appreciate that. Let me see here. I called them straight and he called, yeah. It was, let me see here.
Otherwise, we'll do it for Friday. We'll do our live stream Friday on Idaho 4.
I just got
Okay, again, the number 602-456-6695.
Oh, thank you.
Here's the number if you want to
Someone-
call it.
Thank you. Someone
And
said
if
no, this
nobody
is very
calls, let's say in the next few minutes, then we can just end it here. That's fine too.
Okay.
In the meantime, what do you guys make of that screenshot I showed you at the beginning? Maybe I should cover that while we're waiting for a caller. For people who maybe are just coming in. Oh, hang on, I'm getting a call. Hi, this is Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Well, hi, this is Lauren. Hi, Lauren.
Oh, you know what?
My,
I'm sorry, the volume is sort of reverberating. Can you silence me in the background on your computer?
Yes, I did. I just did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
good.
actually on my television.
Awesome. Let me make sure everybody can hear you. Can you
148.10.
guys hear her okay?
148.10. Okay, here we go. All right.
Here, right?
Thank you for sending me that timestamp. Make sure you sub up to Sweetie Pilo. You will love her. Promise. She is beautiful inside and out. I'm going to put her link. Sweetie Pie. Is it Pielo? Pielo. Yeah. Okay. In chat as well as the description. And make sure you sub up to her. Right there is her. Okay. Got it there. This is rather interesting, people are saying. So here we go. All right.
Anyway, oh, there he is. There he is. Somebody's calling. Hi, this is Lauren.
Yeah, is this Sweetie Palo?
Yes, this is Sweetie Pilo. Lauren, yeah. How are you?
Listen to this, guys.
Good afternoon.
Awesome.
Good. I'm going to speak real quick. So,
Text me. I don't know how to check my
I
tags.
was fixing to get ready to bed, and I
I don't
heard
check
the
my
lady
tags.
a little bit before giving her thoughts and stuff. I was like, I have to call in.
Yeah.
Because
This
I
is interesting.
actually emailed Reverend Donna my thoughts too. So
That's not my
I
phone
don't want to
number.
say who I am, but
That's fine. Yeah,
I
you can be
live
anonymous.
in the town.
Okay.
But
Soldier Girl, I just deleted your comment. That's not my phone number, baby. I don't know whose phone number that is, but I just deleted it real quick. Well, I don't know.
I was, and you may hear my dogs in the background. I
What
apologize.
That's okay. No, no problem.
Sorry about that. But since this case, the Bower Sox live close to us. But when I was listening to the video of Miss Donna, Reverend Donna, I emailed her my thoughts. I calculated people involved. That's Chris and Katie, Danny, Terry,
Mm-hmm.
Kathy, and Daniel. I just don't know who Daniel Bauer Sox, the relationship to how he fits into them. But with that being said, Danny, Terry, and Daniel all have businesses within a mile of each other. 2 miles, 3 miles from a home.
Interesting.
They're all like within a 1 to 2 mile radius of each other.
And okay, and you're telling me they're all business owners and they all have businesses
Correct.
very close.
Correct.
Interesting.
And Danny's, the property where his business is, the first thing that I noticed was the sky, because there's a big water tower on his property. It's very
noticeable.
It gives me chills. It gives me chills. It just,
Okay.
And
That is true. There is a water tower on the property of Danny's. That is true. So I agree with her on that.
gives me chills. But all 3 of their properties are together. Terry owns the dump over here where people take their trash.
I don't think Terry owns a dump. I don't think he owns a dump. There was a caller before that caller with more info. More info than this? Terry Bauer Sox works on motor. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't own the dump. Okay, maybe I'll rewind it some then.
Sick of him? I think so too. I think there's something to that for sure.
Well, I won't keep you longer.
Well,
Hold
Oh
on.
my gosh. And then it
Let me see
keeps
here.
digging in the archives. He's on private property. If
That's how she described it.
okay, incredible she is or anything, but
Let me find
you
it where
know,
it starts.
the last
Tomorrow morning. So if I'm feeling and then
It starts
yeah,
right
the volume is sort of reverberating. Can you
Here's where it starts.
silence me in the background on your computer?
yes, I did. I just did.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
good.
actually on my television.
Awesome. Let me make sure everybody can hear you. Can you guys hear her okay? Let me make sure that guys, let me know if you can hear
Yes.
her so I can carry
He doesn't own a
on
dump.
so she can state what she thinks. Okay, good. We're hearing that.
I don't even think their properties are all together. I can check on that, but I don't think they're even
We
properties
can hear
are all
you.
together.
So that's great. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's okay. All right. Well, I actually just my company just
Yeah,
left.
it's like
and
right there, that big water tower.
I turned the television on, and you were on, and it sounded very interesting. So I've been living and breathing Sebastian for the last 10.
Does anyone have, I've went over that piece, man. Does anyone have that clip? I've got it on my channel somewhere, but I've been looking for it forever. It's of a caller that called into Pascal's and talks about how it wouldn't have been possible. A lot of information was released. The BS have lots of properties with different relatives. I have every single property. Every single one. Now, one family member, he builds homes and stuff, and there is so many properties. I have a list of every single property that has ever been owned ever. Ever, ever, ever. Was the construction company beside the landfill? Not that I'm aware of. And I did hear in this call where she says the landfill caught on fire. A building caught on fire there. But that's it. It was just this metal building. It's really not that big of a deal, in my opinion. I don't think it has anything to do with
I'm
Sebastian.
actually my name and my photo and my picture. Yeah. If they're showing up, I don't know if they are or not, but are incognito.
There's a landfill there. I mean, there's more than one landfill. We looked at 3 different ones.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know. I'm like,
I got a
I'm gonna call.
picture up.
I'm so glad you did. That's awesome.
Let me look.
So, like I said, I've been living and breathing this case for, let's see, I guess 10 months at least. I can't remember exactly when I started following it.
Yeah.
But so, I've been to Hendersonville. I actually was just there
awesome.
A few weeks ago.
Okay.
For the vigil. And then before that, I put out flyers and yard signs. And
wow. That's
before
dedication.
That, hold on, let me make sure I got my phone turned up a little bit.
Okay.
Before that, I studied the family genealogy, like Sebastian's genealogy, because that's what I'm good at.
Is this the interesting call you were talking about?
I just, I feel like I've gotten to know the family and who the possible culprits could possibly be.
Yep.
And then when I stayed there for a week in Airbnbs. I stayed at one in Hendersonville and I stayed at one in Gallatin. And
I'll find the picture
you
of that
just get a
landfill.
feel.
Can I ask you a question? Okay.
Sure.
So when you were traveling around Hendersonville, Gallatin, everything, after hearing, I assume you have heard my live stream with Reverend Donna. Have you or not?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Okay, awesome.
And that was a part of what I was feeling.
Okay, good. Did you see anything that sort of looked kind of like how she described it? Okay.
So, but so I just want to say that, part of my analysis was factual.
Right.
And so I had a feeling about Portland, Tennessee, because it's the northernmost town in Sumner County.
Okay.
So I felt like, just knowing the families, I felt like, well, 2 of the family members have lived there, or more than 2, have lived there. But I'm not sure if anybody lives there right now.
Okay.
So, but the thing is, they're familiar with that town, and it's Sumner County.
Okay, and when you say family members, you're speaking directly of Mr. Chris's family.
P's and B's.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Direct descendants.
Gotcha.
Sons and daughter.
Okay.
Son and daughter. Yes.
I see.
Of the P's and B's.
Right.
I've lived, and might still, I don't know for sure, but 1 or 2 of them might still live there. Because, I mean, it's public knowledge.
I got it somewhere. I can't
find it. On Ancestry.com.
Okay.
You get to see the public history I forget what it's called now.
Right.
But
Like a metal building.
so when I went up there, the first day I was there, I drove up
Here it
there.
is.
I went up I-65.
Hold on, we'll get back to that in a second. Here it is. Here's the landfill that got. I knew I had it somewhere. This is what caught on fire. Right here. This is what it was. I said that from the start. Caller 2 cannot add people. Yeah. So that's what, right there. That's what caught on fire. Which, a lot of people put batteries. Don't ever put batteries in like your regular garbage or anything like that, because it can catch.
And I was looking at this one address. I just wanted to get a feel for the area.
Okay.
And not even thinking about Reverend Don or anything. I went up there based on, my factual knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got closer to the address, that was public knowledge that I found where one of the children of thieves lived. My heart started pounding on my chest. So, and I drove. So I put up the yard sign on the interstate. So then I went to Westmoreland, because I don't know if you're familiar with Janine Chrissy or somebody. I don't know about her, how credible she is or anything, but she had mentioned something about 27 miles north of.
Oh, okay. You're talking about like an intuitive type person. Is that right?
Well, yeah, she thinks she's intuitive. Plus, she says she has ties. She has historical, real ties to these criminals.
Okay.
Richard Bishop, I think, is one of the names, and Dave Davidson. She named off all these people, and I don't know how credible she is.
Right.
But she was credible enough for Silvers on the Scene to go to Westmoreland. She didn't say Westmoreland, but people, like us, just kind of came up with Westmoreland because it was, there was a road going straight there that was 27 and a half miles or whatever.
Okay.
And so Silvers on the Scene went there and found a cell phone on the side of the road while he was searching.
Guys, we'll get right back to that, but I want to show you something right here. Let me show you this. 1 second. Hindsight. One second. Look at this. I remember this now. People don't talk about this one much, but
like in the black outfit, is that something that he wore to bed?
Yes. So he wore, like I said, it was the black pants with the white stripes down the side.
Yep.
It was a long sleeve black shirt. It was not a hoodie. It wasn't a sweatshirt. It was a long sleeve black shirt.
And y'all think that he went out the front door?
Right now, that is the best assumption available.
Y'all don't think maybe he might have put a sweater on or something? I mean,
that right there that would be an assumption, and we never saw him.
Yeah.
We saw what he went to bed in, and that was it.
He was last seen like in the black outfit. Is that something that he wore?
we never saw him. We saw what he went to bed in. there is no doubt, in my opinion, where he was Sunday. Just not. Just not. I feel it. Telling you. No doubt. We would have seen him. We would have saw it. We would have seen it. It's very interesting. Wow. It's very interesting. That's the second time. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That wasn't good. Hold on. That's the second time talking about that night. Second time talking about that night. We would have seen him. We would have heard him. We would have heard him jumping out of the window. Both times talking about that night. He always says it. We would have seen him. We didn't see it. We would have heard him jumping out of the window and screaming. Yes, ma'am. 9:00. Pat Brown says he was supposed to have left. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe the dogs did not smell Edgar. Oh, of course. Yeah. Yep. I agree. I think it was a familiar scent. Barb, you never know. $1 million question. How does Edgar know this? Bingo. Exactly. Guys, I'm almost at 3 hours. I'm going to finish the other part tomorrow. Let's go over this tomorrow. It's almost 11 o'clock. Time flies with y'all. Why do y'all make time go fast? Y'all make it go too fast. I need to look at that date. I need to find that out. Building a case, maybe. Oh, 1,000%. This needs to be sent in. I'll tell you this. You fun. That's right. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are Sebastian's army. Reporting for duty. I'll tell you this. I know. How long has it been now? A few months. I love these study sessions. Me 2000. That they did get in touch with a few people that interviewed Edgar, and some of us that had some stuff and wanted certain things of certain people saying certain things in certain interviews or certain information. Sure did. Is Smiley in here? That's been what, 3 months or so? is she saying, hold on, is she saying Danny owns the water tower? Was that woman saying that? No, he doesn't own the water. The city always owns the water tower. You're absolutely right, Gina. That's right. That's right, Janine. The ones with Edgar saying, we would have seen it. We would have heard it. She didn't say that. Okay. We would have seen it. We would have heard it. Law enforcement needs this now. Whoever did this interview needs to send that in. They also mentioned mulch. Yep. Smelly posted a Brandy Gray short. Need to check it out. Sharbar, I played it here day before yesterday. It's 3.4. I don't think you've got, I mean, guys, there's two Dannys, right? Senior and junior, if you will. And senior is not the one that's, it's more of the junior, in my opinion. That's just on his property. I don't know if it's on his I don't know if it's on his, even if it's on his property, but it's in the vicinity right there of his property. She wore her watch in personal pic. She's concealing her watch, and that's evidence, in my opinion, Pippi says. Just me and Bubba went to the bowling alley. Poor Sebastian, man. Very sad. Seth needs his son. He really does. He's not a junior. He's not technically a junior. No. I just call him Junior. His dad's name is something else, but they call him Danny. Yeah, I know. But that's what we call him, Elisa. I've got everything. Everything. Can you imagine how terrified they must be because we own it? Oh, Tasha, I can only imagine. And that's why they just need to say something. That's why they just need to say something. It's time. Past time. All right, guys, I can't believe it's 11 o'clock already. Duran, that's it. That's it, Elisa. Yep. If you look at little D, the little D and the big D, if you go through like how many properties and oh my God, it's crazy. Yeah, little D's the one that has the money. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. God bless you all. Really do appreciate you. Brandy Gray was about Sebastian going to live with his dad. Is that the one? I don't know. Okay, Rose. Baba. Thank you, baby. I know I have to work at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. It sucks, doesn't it? Sucks. All right, guys. Good night, everyone. There's going to be some cool videos for Remy coming out really soon. Love you guys. Good night. Clutch and Pearls. Neither D is the bald guy. What was that? In the snag I emailed from. No. No, no, no. No, baby. Love you guys. Good night.